I'm going to show you how you can improve your time on this week's Team Jam, because closer times equals better racing, so let's get into it. What up guys, it's MXMiKEMX here, back at it with another Team Jam tutorial. This one's of Team Jam number 87, and by the end of this video, you're going to know how to improve your time in order to score the most amount of points for your team. Though before we dive into this week's tutorial, we're going to talk about a major change that's happened to Team Jam this week, and that's the points. Only the top 25 scores count towards team points. Though there's still a lot of value in having a 50-man team, because even though the top 25 scores only count towards team points, the bottom 25 are still going to be taking up spots on the leaderboards, and thus taking away points on the leaderboard from other teams. So a team of 50 still has a better chance of scoring higher than a team with only 25 people on it. Now, I like this change personally because in the past, if one person had an off week or life happened and they couldn't play that week, that was a lot of points that got taken away from that team. And so I personally think this is going to make the competition a lot better, especially if someone's having an off week or can't play that week. They don't have to worry about it affecting the score too much, and I also think that this is gonna, bump some smaller teams that have 25 solid racers up in the leaderboards that may struggle with getting a 50-man team. So I personally really like this change, and I'm very excited to see how this plays out in the weeks to come. Now, before we get into the tutorial video, there are 3 different lines that I'm going to showcase, and I'm a big believer in catering the track to my style, because sometimes there's certain rhythms or things that people are doing that don't necessarily suit to my style of playing. So and everybody knows that, wasting tickets trying to do something that is outside of your skill level and crashing over and over and over again is just super frustrating. So we're going to get into this by showing the first line, which I'm going to press forward here and then do a half scrub towards the top of the jump. And then I'm going to keep my scrub button held, and that way I can clear the lip of this, and then I'm going to go into a triple, and then I'm going to scrub onto this tabletop, and then do a little scrub there, and then scrub over the lip of this jump. And now I'm going to hold my front wheel up, because wheeling through this section is much faster. And then I'm going to make sure my wheelie angle is correct so I can get the wheelie scrub on there, so I can land and do the double here. And I'm going to press forward, scrub towards the top of that jump. Then I'm going to scrub that single, try to get my wheelie angle correct so that I can carry a lot of momentum into those whoops. Do this little double, and then there's 2 different ways to do this finish line jump. I'm going to show you the wheelie scrub right now, where I'm going to get my wheelie angle correct, and then I'm going to do a wheelie scrub at the top of this. Though on the next lap that I show you, I'll show you a different way on how to do that if you struggle with getting the wheelie scrub. And so as you can see right there, that was like a 41.6. Now this is a little different, where I'm going to do a half scrub, a half wheelie scrub, land on top of the table, then do a little wheelie scrub. I'm going to triple, and then I'm going to triple over the tabletop by doing a little bit of a scrub to stay low, and then jump to downside that, and then I'm gonna get my front wheel up, wheelie through this whole section to carry the most amount of speed, get my wheelie angle correct so that I can do a wheelie scrub there, hit that double, press forward and scrub towards the top of that jump, do a little scrub on this single, get my wheelie angle correct to carry a lot of momentum through these whoops, and then do this little double. And then instead of doing a wheelie scrub, I'm actually gonna press forward and get my front suspension to compress and then actually scrub towards the top of that jump, and that's going to keep me low. And then as you can see, those two lines right there are actually pretty comparable in times. So even though they're not the fastest, they're, you know, if one of those lines suits your style better than the other, it's going to be a little bit more consistent than trying to hit the fastest lap time and burning away those tickets. And so with this, this is this is the fastest line in my opinion at the time, where I'm going to do a half wheelie scrub, land on top of the table, do a wheelie scrub over the lip of this, do a triple that I'm going to scrub, and then instead of jumping over the tabletop here, I'm actually going to press forward, compress my front suspension, and go immediate into a scrub, land on top of this jump, and then right here I'm actually, you can see my front button is pressed. I'm going to press the front, the lean forward button right here. That way I can compress my front suspension enough to get a little bit of an extra hop. And then I'm going to go into a scrub and then hold the scrub to clear the lip of that jump. And then I'm going to hold my wheelie, my wheelie angle correct through this whole section to the best of my ability. Do a wheelie scrub there, double, press forward, and scrub. Scrub that little single, then carry my momentum into these whoops. Do a little double, get my front wheel angle correct, and then scrub towards the top of that, and that is a lap. And so, as always guys, if you like what you're seeing here and this is helping you, please like and subscribe and leave a comment below. It would really mean a lot to me, and we will catch you guys next week.